Well, the MC here at the Olympic Sports Centre Gymnasium, I think, trying to fire up the crowd again, because they were a little bit stunned at what they've just witnessed in the men's doubles. That really was quite extraordinary, but all credit to Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan. Their control, absolutely superb to come through that against the former world champions Li Junhui and Liu Yuchen. Well, we turn our attention now to the second of the men's singles, and it features the defending champion, Sinisuka GINTING, the number 7 seed this year, up against the number 8 seed, the European Games gold medalist, ANTONSEN. Let's not forget his World Championship silver medal as well. So ANTONSEN has been having a golden year so far. Well, there we have another quick look at the men's singles draw, and we see that Momota, after that thrilling match lasting an hour and 27 minutes against Chen Long, booked his place in the final. So will it be a repeat of last year's final? It's the only discipline where it's possible to have a repeat of last year's final here in Changzhou. And if that's to happen, then of course it's Sinisuka GINTING that must beat the World Championship silver medalist ANTONSEN. Either way, we're going to have a repeat tomorrow, because it's either going to be a repeat of the World Championship final or a repeat of the final here in Changzhou last year.
Yep.
So plenty to look forward to. Good to see 7 different nationalities, so Morten, at the quarter-final stage, the most diverse of all the 5 disciplines.
This time, yes, but that's very nice to see.
And 4 different nations in semi-finals. That's the 5th consecutive time that it's happened at a World Tour level 500 or above tournament.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm wrong on that. Level 300 and above.
Okay.
It's the 5th consecutive time. So 3 of the 4 World Championship medalists at quarter-final stage. And of course was Momota, ANTONSEN and Sai Praneeth.
He beat GINTING in at the World Championship, didn't he? But then he lost to him yesterday.
He did indeed. Yeah. 19 and 13 in Basel.
Yeah.
So we're just about ready. I should think the players weren't perhaps completely warmed up. They weren't expecting that match to be over and done with so quickly. So here is the defending champion, Sinisuka GINTING. And the Dane, Anders ANTONSEN. No European has ever contested the men's singles final here in Changzhou. So trying to make his own little bit of history. And this will only be the 2nd meeting between these 2 players, which I was quite surprised about when I was doing my research earlier today. Only previous meeting was won by GINTING, and that was in the 2nd round of the Malaysian Masters earlier last year. Last year. Yeah, last year. 2nd round in Kuala Lumpur, the Super 500 event. So the toss of the coin complete by our umpire, Mai Lang Yen. Did you get to hear this time, Morten? No, very difficult for us to hear or discover who won the toss or who chose ends. So the defending champion will turn 23 next month. Sinisuka GINTING, born in Cimahi, just west of Bandung, in West Java. 4th of 5 children. And he's a couple of places down from his career high of number 7. Total of 25 weeks across 3 different spells as number 7 in the world. 2 finals this year, Singapore and Australia, lost them both. But my goodness, hasn't he had a battle through to this semi-final? All 3 matches in 3 games. Nishimoto of Japan in the first round. Kashaparupali had to save 2 game points in the opening game before he won it 23-21. And the final game, 21-12. Quarterfinal, got revenge over Sai Praneeth for his loss in the recent World Championships. 7-12 down in the deciding game before winning it to 16, so finished extremely strongly. Number 8 seed Anders Antonsen, 22 years of age, born in Aarhus, which is where Morten lives. Currently at his career high of 4, enjoying his 3rd consecutive week as world number 4. Last year he played this event and lost in the very first round to Lee Hyun-il in 3 games. 5 finals so far this year, winning 2 titles, Indonesia Masters and the European Games. That retirement from Mark Kallio that Morten and I were talking about a little earlier, and then his friend and teammate Rasmus Gemka in the 2nd round, and then a quarter final against the number 2 seed, a repeat of the Indonesian Super 1000 final, but reverse result, beat Chao Tien-chen in 2 straight games. So I've already told you about our umpire, Chai Fengji of China. He's our service judge. So the Indonesian coach, Hendry Saputro. And the Danes, Jakob Hoy on the left and Kenneth Jonassen on the right as we looked at them.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Sinisuka GINTING, Indonesia. And on my left, ANTONSEN, Denmark. Sinisuka GINTING serve. Level. Play.
So the defending champion nearest to us, Sinisuka GINTING, the number 7 seed, up against the number 8 seed from Denmark, Anders Antonsen. Now, in all fairness, Morten, the head-to-head, the one previous meeting, played in January last year, so
it doesn't
almost
really count.
2 years ago, because I think Antonsen has come of age this year.
Yes.
He's a different player now.
Completely different, just in the last 6 months.
That's just wide. Did you manage to get a glimpse of Antonsen playing against Chao Tien-chen? Did you call that one? Were you
I didn't
commentating
call
on
it,
that?
but I watched it.
Yeah.
I was sitting here in the stands watching it.
Well, it must have been impressive, 17 and 11.
Chao Tien-chen was nowhere near it, in all honesty. Anders was all over him, and he had no answers, the player from Chinese Taipei.
What, just not up to speed? Off the pace? He's played an awful lot of badminton lately, hasn't he?
It was not fast enough, and his defence was simply not working well enough. Normally, he's got a very, very good defence and can keep the rallies going for a long time, but Anders was penetrating with his attack the whole time.
Service all. 3 all.
Do you have in your own mind the sort of tactics that Antonsen will try and employ today?
Yeah, I think he's a very good counter-attacking player. So he doesn't mind too much that Ginting is coming at him, as long as he can still control it, of course. But when Ginting is playing really well, then we know he can score a lot of winners. So Ginting is a little bit in trouble in the sense that if he's just playing a normal basic game and not putting enough pressure and pace and power and all that on Antonsen, then I don't think he can win. Antonsen is simply, he's very, very safe. He's steady in his basic game. When they attack him, he's good counter-attacking, get the opportunity, as what we just saw here. The cross-court smash from the round-the-head situation is coming.
Yeah.
Can be a fight around the net. Who will win the net? That could be a fight, say, second time round. And Ginting's defense is not the strongest.
5
Well, the Danish coaches are signalling that that was probably in the game plan, which is precisely what you've just been talking about as well.
So if Ginting is not able to really turn on the heat, turn on the pace, score the winners, take control of the net, then he will be in trouble.
Service all. 5 all.
Well, it was simply a sensational tournament for this man last year. Not only did he beat Momota in the final, in the first round he beat Lindan. Second round beat Victor Axelsen, so both those players former world champions. Quarter-final, Chen Long, another former world champion. Semi-final beat Cho Tien Chen. So
Yeah.
to have those back-to-back results.
That's a fantastic run.
Yeah, by Ginting, phenomenal.
Service all. 6 all.
Just Long.
Yeah, Antonsen finds it tricky to control the length of his shots. He's playing with the drift,
7
and so far he's been pushing a few out on the back line.
eight, 6.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Not giving Ginting any time at all in that rally. Brilliantly constructed.
Just getting that one back. It's too short. Good play by Ginting. Not letting Antonsen off the hook.
9, 7.
Good attacking play. And that's what he needs to do.
Oh, that's very, very good from Ginting.
And this is what I talked about. If he's going to win, he's going to play like this. He's adding on the pressure, he's adding on the pace. Everything is, and you can see Antonsen find it difficult to follow. That's the way that Ginting should play, and he should try to keep that up the whole time.
Service over. 8, 10.
Oh, missed opportunity.
9, 10.
Perhaps there is no player faster than Ginting on the world circuit in men's singles at the moment. He was so quick getting into the net at the follow-up there, but he missed an absolute sitter.
Missed it. Challenge though from Antonsen. Well, the coaches won't be allowed on until... Oh, it caught the line. Yeah, they need to play on. Of course the coaches aren't allowed on. It's 10-all. What a great challenge.
Yeah, that was a good challenge. It was close. And see, that's something I think should have been done while we were waiting for Hawkeye's decision and all that. Then dry out the courts.
Yeah, the court attendant coming on with the mop. Yeah, I agree. So 3 straight points from Antonsen. Drawback level, 10-all. Pushed it long. And it is Anthony Ginting who has the advantage. Just a 1-point advantage here at the mid-game interval of the opening game.
Tidak ada sekali pancing pun niat, tidak ada. Tidak ada. Jadi kamu mesti pasti itu jelas. Ya. Tidak kamu mau biru lagi merah. Enggak mesti kalau gini kamu buka, enggak mesti. Merah merah biru lagi, merah lagi biru. Ya. Tidak ada masalah. Main apa sekarang juga enggak ada menang. Dia kasih
Kayaknya kalah di sini.
Enggak.
Soalnya tadi saya nggak ada out. Saya agak kencengin
Ya,
nggak?
enggak, anak kamu. Ya. Boleh sih takut juga. Ya.
Well, there you were, Morton, already translate for us.
Yeah.
And
we never got around to it.
We never got the Danish. Well, Danish coaches can't be too upset, I don't think, with what's happened so far, do you?
No, I think they're quite happy with the start here. Antonsen is sometimes a slow starter. So an 11-10 deficit at the first interval is not a crisis.
Nothing to worry about.
looks out.
Ooh, challenge here from Ginting.
It looks out, but it's close. It's very, very close.
There we go. What does Hawkeye say? There. Was indeed out. Good call, line judge.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Twelve, 11. Play.
Oh, well taken. Oh dear.
Nothing happened.
Is he okay?
Yeah, yeah. He managed to duck, so nothing
Yeah.
happened. Try to have a look
Apology
here.
from...
Yeah, try to have a look here.
Yeah, got him in the forehead, I think. Could have been nasty if that got him in the eye. Ooh, wasn't a million miles away either.
Nice play by Ginting. Really holding that one nicely, the attacking clear. That's completely wrong footing. That one there, look at that. Wrong footing, Antonsen completely. That was a nice disguised clear by Ginting.
12, 30.
And that's just perfect, isn't it? That motion there, the attacking motion, the shot moving forward, everything. Really well played here by Ginting.
That's
out.
wide.
Yeah.
So back level.
30. All.
Oh yes.
Der er lidt mere tempo i dit mellemspil. Så kan han ikke spille hurtigt forbi dig.
Did you catch anything Kenny Jonasson was saying there?
Yeah. Kenneth wants to make sure that there's a good pace in these flat exchanges and everything that Hannes is doing, which means that Ginting will be slightly out of balance should he try to attack him, and being out of balance will give even further good counter-attacking opportunities for Antonsen. So that will put pressure on Ginting, because if he doesn't score the outright winner, then he might be in the one in trouble. So it's always, am I going to attack or not?
Mm. Oh, that's well judged.
Service zone. 14. All.
That was exactly it. Pace, 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 making sure that Ginting cannot pass Antonsen, and that's what you can see. He's got a good reach
14.
and intercepting well.
Well, we're not really having any long rallies at the moment, are
No.
we? Well, the
No.
longest so far, 19 shots.
It's very short.
Is that what you expected?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Both players like to go for the attack. Both players like to be in control. So there's a battle going on there from the very beginning. Every first shot, that's when it's happening.
Service of 15 all.
Oh, my goodness, that's brilliant. Antonsen was on his way back. Just couldn't then change direction. Come forward. Look at him. He's on his way to the back of the court.
Yeah, he's caught, completely caught. It's good play by Ginting again here. And here we see some of the nice wrist work that Ginting can really do. He's got really, really awesome technique. Very nice technique.
So back into the lead, Ginting. Hasn't led since the mid-game interval. And it was 11-10.
Service of 16 all.
Now Ginting really has to watch out. I remember when I was commentating in January on the match between Antonsen and Momota, where Antonsen won, that I said when Antonsen can see the light at the end of the tunnel, he's dangerous. And now 17. Now he really dares to play his shots. And he's going for it. See, very tight net shot there.
Yeah, forces the error.
Got to be very, very careful as soon as he can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
18 16.
Interesting that Ginting has not made so much use of the fact that he's playing against the drift, so he can push towards the back of the court a little bit more freely than what Antonsen can do. So I'm surprised he's not using that one a bit more, lifting it over Antonsen like that. Like that, play towards the back of the court, because I am convinced when Antonsen gets to the other side, he would do that.
So on a run of 5 straight points, there's now 4 game point opportunities
Game point 16.
for Anders Antonsen. I take your point, Morten, but I actually wonder. Oh, that was the longest rally, 20 shots. I actually wonder whether the players realised prior to coming on court that the drift had changed.
I don't think so.
They won't have had a chance to train and practice in this main arena, because we've had all semi-finals on this centre court today.
Yes.
So there simply wouldn't have been time before play got underway at 10 o'clock this morning.
You've got a very, very good point. I think a lot of players been surprised.
Yeah. Game point opportunity.
Wow.
He's overdone it.
But 3 awesome counter-attacking shots from Antonsen, where he almost got out of trouble. Here, the third one. And as you said, overdone that one.
20.
Oh, good block. Oh,
That's good play.
what a net shot. It's just delightful to watch this man going forward to the net, the way he's got good posture and racket arm absolutely outstretched to try and take it as early as possible.
Any coach will be happy with that.
Yeah. So 2 game points have been well saved, but another 2 remain for Antonsen. Oh.
Good shot by Ginting.
Opening game to the World Championship silver medalist, Hannes Antonsen, 21-18.
Antonsen went all out in this rally, attacked as best as he could.
23 minutes for that opening game. Third time lucky, although there's no luck about it. Well earned game points.
回复视频在握即可参与抽奖。今天将产生11名幸运观众，其中1位中奖观众将获得贝格多蔡运专属球拍1支，其他10位中奖观众的奖品是贝格多蔡运专属运动帽1顶。在本日比赛结束前，至北广场 Victor 轻松快闪店，凭本人手机中奖页面向工作人员领取奖品，赶快行动起来吧！奖品在向你招手。
Ladies and gentlemen, please follow the official account of Victor Arena and you will have a chance to win the lottery.
Hvad er det for en catchphone, du skal have derinde?
Høj.
Ja. Og ikke noget for skærmer. Vi ser, om den ikke er i gang med at bruge. Dia satu langkah udah dorong, kamu masih di belakang. Nah, jangan. Nah, kalau di tengah itu menghambat aja. Nah, ya, sekarang kamu kalah. Menurut saya kalangin, nggak tahu. Kamu lebih enak dorong gitu. Ya, dorong kuas itu. Angkat lagi. Ya, setengah depan kamu juga bagus kok. Ayo.
Well, they were all ready to listen in to the Danish coaching, and we were thwarted
by the speaker,
by the public address.
Yes, could almost hear anything.
Couldn't hear anything.
But yeah, I could. I know what they want to do.
Yeah, go on.
It's one step forward. There's no doubt Antonsen is one step forward, because
what do you mean by that?
He will try to take control at the front of the court, the net and everything,
Okay.
force Ginting to lift, but he's playing with the drift, so chances are that he will lift a lot out on the back line. So it's racket high, one step forward, take control of the front court.
So from the base position, one
Yeah.
step forward?
Yes.
Okay. Well, interestingly, in contrast to the Danish coaching, Anthony Ginting's coach has asked him to play more and more to the back, which would mean that they are actually, both players are aware of the change in the drift.
You see, that's what's happening. One step forward, and then Ginting is going to lift it out. And every time Antonsen can play a delay shot and then push it towards the back of the court, he's not have to worry because the drift is keeping it in. He's got a really commanding situation, as I see it here in the second game, due to the drift.
Going wide.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Have you spoken to Antonsen at all since that World Championship final, about the World Championship final? Because, I mean, it was just an extraordinary match. 9-3.
It was. It was.
Has he spoken to you about that?
We haven't spoken about that particular match. We have spoken on a few occasions since, but I think we both recognise that was not one of the best matches.
No, I know, but I just wondered whether he had said that, you know, he felt overawed by the occasion, or
no, on that occasion, I was on that account, I would say that he said they were sold out. He's got nothing left.
Yeah.
There was no physical left. He couldn't follow pace at all.
Yeah.
So it was purely physical.
Turns and asks his coach whether he should have left that previous one down his backhand side, whether it was going to go wide. Now, players are allowed to do that in between rallies, but they can't ask their coaches about whether they should challenge or not.
That's nice spike.
Terrific.
Nice shot.
Just seemed to have a rebound action with that racket head as he played that, rather than a proper follow through. Is that what you Danes call the stick shot?
Yes, it's what you would call a half smash.
Yeah.
That's out as well.
Dear me, this is 7 straight points.
I think Anas is saying that he believes there's a little bit sideways drift that way as well. But that should be the first time we've noticed that. Good play by Ginting again.
Oh, that's terrific. What on earth has happened here? Why is it suddenly all going in Ginting favour? 9 straight points.
9 straight points. I feel that Antonsen was maybe a little bit too confident that it was going to go his way. And I think Ginting has responded really well. Same.
Oh, I'd challenge that.
You would lose it. But we will never know.
Maybe you're a little overconfident.
Yeah. But
just because my record on Hawkeye calls has not been the best of
below
late.
0.
Oh no, that's a bit harsh.
Yeah, that's harsh. I do apologise for that one.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
What a clear. That is fantastic. He couldn't have walked over there and placed it any better.
10-3.
So the question is whether Antonsen wants to try to come back and use the energy on it, or save it a bit here in the second and then say, okay, let's go all out in the third? It's going to be an interesting question.
Så bare lige arbejde med at stille og roligt finde banen.
20 seconds.
Ja, okay.
Get any of that?
Yes, and I agree.
What did you say there?
See, that's the problem. Only I know. Now, what happened was that Kenneth was saying it's all about learning to play on this side. Might not be able to win this one, but at least have a game plan. Know what to do as and when they get into the third game and change of ends again. What to do when they get to there.
Yeah, it's good coaching. Oh, superb. Absolutely superb. Of course, the danger, if Ginting just rushes away with this, is that his confidence is going to be sky high. And then it's a real problem for the Dane at the start of the deciding game.
It's going to be a love all play, and it's going to be a titanic fight.
Yeah.
I think Antonsen will let this go now. I think this is far too much. But as Kenneth said to him, got to find a way how he wants to play on this side where he's standing now.
Yeah. Wow. Superb.
But we know there's a massive difference between a Ginting with confidence and a Ginting with no confidence. We know that's two completely different players.
Do you remember the World Championship men's doubles semi-final? The umpire, when Asan and Setia won, I think they were 18-9 down, something like that. And the umpire called them over and said, you have to try.
Yes, I remember that.
And we both discussed and said, do you have to try every point, every game, or as long as you try to win the match?
That must be it.
It must be winning the match.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you aim to win the match, whatever
Yeah.
and however way you want to win it, is your choice.
Yeah. Yeah, we both thought it was odd that he had said that. Because, I mean, there's no hope of winning this game for Antonsen.
No,
hope
since
at
11, 12, 13, there was no chance.
No. Well, it's probably the quickest game of men's singles that we've had here all week. I think it's only been in progress about 8 minutes.
Subzone 19-4.
First service error of the match, I think.
5-19.
Oh, that's terrific. Game point opportunities for the defending champion, Anthony Ginting.
Game point 5.
One game all. 21-5.
Won by Sinisuka GINTING. 21-5.
37 minutes into the match. And they didn't resume play at the start of the second game until 25 minutes into the match.
That was impossible to hear.
Yeah, got music playing in the arena here.
And they were having the backs to the microphones, and it was virtually impossible to hear.
So why is the umpire calling for the tournament referee, I wonder?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's got anything to do with us, that's for sure.
Ah, Anthony Ginting's got a nosebleed, I think. One of the deputy referees, Ivanka Pukini of Croatia, coming on with the tournament doctor. Yeah, poor man's got a nosebleed. Well, that could take a few minutes for that to be sorted. Chance for us to talk about the World Tour then, Morten.
Yeah.
Because Cho Tien Chen has won the last 2 World Tour titles of 300 and above, Chinese Taipei and Thailand.
Yes.
And in fact, he had the most extraordinary run with the Indonesian Open. He won the Indonesian Open.
He did, yes.
Didn't win the next tournament. Won the tournament after that. Didn't win the next tournament. Won the tournament after that.
Yeah.
It's been extraordinary, hasn't it? I mean, I think the shift, we've already talked about the different nationalities in the quarter-final draw here. But when you look at the World Tour winners this year, Chinese Taipei, Japan, Indonesia, Denmark, and right at the start, we had a Singaporean.
Yes, Low.
Yes, the Thailand Masters, and Song Wan-ho of Korea. But basically, it's been Denmark, Japan, Indonesia, Chinese Taipei. There has been one win for China as well. That was the Malaysian Open for Lin Dan.
Yes.
But there's a real shift in power. I mean, if you think back a couple of years and the number of Chinese players, either it was Lin Dan or it was Chen Long, or of course Lee Chong Wei is sadly missing from World Badminton now. But what's interesting to me before we move back on to this match, 2 different Danes have won.
Yeah.
Indonesians, we've got 2 different Indonesian players. It's not just one player from each country.
2 love.
Well, the Dane needs to be very, very tough mentally right now.
Good start for Ginting.
3
Started where he left off in the second game.
Always landed in. And a squeal of anguish from Antonsen.
4 love.
I'm interested about this fact that you talked to, he said that physically had nothing left in the World Championships.
Yes.
Of course, the World Championships is a draw of 64, so it's one extra round
match,
to play.
yes.
But Antonsen here played only 2 minutes in his first match before his opponent retired.
Yes.
His next 2 matches, 2 straight games, whereas his opponent, Ginting, all 3 matches he's played here in Changzhou, 3 games. And yet it looks to me as if it might be a physical meltdown or some sort of a meltdown again from Antonsen. I hope I'm being premature and that we're going to see a thrilling deciding game.
Yeah. It will be a worrying concern if it's a physical issue here for Antonsen, because as you very rightly point out, he hasn't been on court for long here at the China Open.
No. No, I'm struggling to understand what's happened. Mind you, I'm struggling to understand what happened in our last match, the men's doubles. Now, this is extremely concerning for Danish fans. Now, that's more like the sort of smash and shots we saw in the opening game.
6
Perfect. Brilliant. Yeah.
He's got to pump himself up, Antonsen, to get back into it. But Ginting has done really well. Played calmly, controlled.
service door. Seven, 3.
shot. Yes. There was a little disguise on the cross-court net shot that set up the rally. This one forces the lift, and then the opportunity to go for the winner.
Yeah, but look how he's hanging in that corner, Antonsen, on the backhand side there. Should Ginting get to that one, I don't think Antonsen would have got the next one.
Well, longest rally of the match so far, that last one.
21 shots. Or what?
26.
26.
We're up to 26 now. Oh, that's quick.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
The quickest in the men's singles, I think, when it comes to move the feet. Very, very quick, Anthony Ginting. Look at that. And that's why every single shot you have to play against Ginting, you have to play with some sort of disguise. If he can see it and he can run for it, then he is quick.
Oh, lucky net cord for the defending champion. Of course, you never know, Morten, but I would have thought from the Danes' perspective, he desperately needed to be probably in the lead before the change of ends, considering when he played this near side of the court, it was so disastrous.
Yes.
I didn't actually get to see the women's singles this morning, but I noticed that Tai Su Ying came back from down in the deciding game in her semi-final.
Yes.
Now, which end of the court did she end?
Yeah,
you can't remember.
That I cannot
no.
remember.
Okay. Oh, yes.
And that's a shot that I don't understand from Ginting. He could have played it safely towards the back of the court and been in no trouble. Like that. But he was in trouble on it.
Yeah. I think Antonsen has found second wind here. Just up the pace in the last couple of rallies. That is just remarkable. And then back again to the net. Did you see how his racket head went back, though, before he played that net shot, Ginting, as if he was going to lift it? So even he played the net shot with disguise.
It's a very nice disguise he's got on there, on that shot there. That forehand net from Ginting is really, really good. We've seen him on a few occasions doing similar good shots.
Well, it is Anthony Ginting who has the advantage at the change of ends here in this deciding game. It's a 5-point advantage. And given how dominant Ginting was in the second game from that far side of the court, if you're a Danish fan, you'll be very worried right now.
Hvis du overhovedet har det fysisk i dig, så skal du have en lille smule tålmodighed herovre. Okay? Du skal tro på, at du har rent faktisk modvind. Men vi skal passe på, vi skal give siderne en lille smule marginaler, især på løften. Tør at centrere det. Du skal have bolden ned under det.
20 seconds.
Så lad ham udfordre langt ud fra målvejen. Ja. Så en gang, det er en fed udfordring. Svær.
So the advice there, Morten, from Kenneth?
I think he's along the same as what we've discussed here, that he talked straight out to him and said, if you've got anything left in the tank, you've got to play with more patience.
Oh, good block. Good defence, my goodness me. Wow. One of the best rallies of the match.
Yeah, very, very good rally. Well played there by Ginting. Wonderful lift, the last one there. Proper length, good height. Really putting Antonsen under pressure. Well, Antonsen played with more patience here. So it will be interesting to see how much he's got left in the tank. It's direct translated to how strong are you physically. And here it comes. Oh, that's... Now it's really heating up here. Once again, we saw Ginting playing that shot back at the net there. Same disguise, everything to perfection. But this time, Antonsen got the cross court at the net. Really heating up. Good rally. But from a Danish point of view, it's a little bit sad he is not getting the points.
Oh, it's brilliant from Ginting. Brilliant length on that clear. Yeah, look at him jumping up and down on the spot. I'm ready to go. I'll run and run and run.
Like the boxers. Come to me, come to me.
Yeah, that's perfection.
Yeah, good shot, good length. Controlled it really well.
Oh, the run of points comes to an end. Would that have been 6 straight points? And I wonder if that has been the decisive passage of play.
So 7-15.
What a rally. Yeah, he raises a fist aloft, and my goodness, doesn't he desperately need a little run of points right now. But he looked pretty laboured as he got back up from the dive there. Used to seeing all the men's singles players almost bounce back up again after a dive.
Yeah, but not Anas. I could foresee that he will be diving quite a lot for the rest of the match.
To get the court mopper on.
Yeah.
15.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant from Anthony Ginting.
There's the challenge on the mat, on the call. Antonsen is taking a challenge on that call.
What, on the back line?
On the back line, despite the fact that it's way in.
Yeah, just so he can have a little sit down. Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service.
So I was right, it was brilliant from Ginting.
It was. It was.
16, 9, play.
Oh yes.
Service. 10, 16.
Oh, good defence.
That's out. That's bad luck for Ginting. Very strong defence.
And that equals the longest rally of the match so far. Well, this match now over the hour mark. And I just sense that the Dane is managing to claw his way back into this match.
Yeah, good strong will here from Anas
11,
Antonsen.
16.
Not giving in. He's using all his energy to try to play as fast as he can, try to be as decisive as quickly as possible.
Wow. And that's what you call anticipation. Look at this. Missed it. You could tell he didn't really get behind that properly, did he?
No. It was a chance to take, but that's why I say he's sort of challenging all the energy he's got into very short rallies and really trying to go as fast as he can. And Ginting knows, picking up the shuttle very quickly. Clever move from him. Cut down the rest between the rallies.
Yes, finds the line. Oh no, he's challenging that, is Ginting, but I don't think he'll win that challenge.
No, it looks in. It looks on the line from where we are sitting anyway.
Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful, 1 challenge remaining.
See, if I was Ginting on that one, I would not have taken that challenge.
Simply because it's given Antonsen more rest.
Yes.
But if he had been right,
Yeah, but you're pretty sure when you're standing there when you take the challenge.
brilliant, utterly brilliant from Anthony Ginting. Controlled aggression, good speed of movement and speed of shot. Look at that movement coming forward, and good thinking too. Yeah, it's poetry in motion, isn't it? We were talking about his overhead shots earlier, but also coming forward, he's got such good posture and poise as he comes forward to the net.
19, 30.
That was the advice from Kennedy Onesen, was to try to get more flat drives into the match.
Brilliant net shot from Anthony Ginting. Nice way to bring up match point opportunities.
Yeah, wonderful spinning net shot there from Ginting. Nothing much that Antonsen could do about that. Got in there too late. Out.
So the defending champion through to the final once more. Anthony Ginting, victory over the World Championship silver medalist Anders Antonsen in 3 games. Coming from a game down, 21-14, the deciding game, with a match lasting 1 hour and 7 minutes. This the final rally.
By Anthony Sinisuka GINTING, 18-21, 21-5, 21-14.
So as Ginting and his coach celebrate the victory, it means that we will have a repeat of last year's men's singles final tomorrow. because it will be the defending champion Sinisuka GINTING against Kenton Momota. Confirmation of the score: 18-21, 21-5, 21-14 in the deciding game.